is going on, guys? Are you guys looking to get in shape in 2020? Are you guys wanting to create your dream body, burn body fat, build lean muscle, and build strength? Then this video is going to help you achieve those goals. My name is Zakk Colburn. I'm a fitness coach. I help people get in awesome shape. I help people create their dream body through fitness and nutrition. And what I want to do is help you guys a little bit more this year, 2020, getting really freaking in good shape, right? Down below, you can apply for coaching. What I do is I help people one-on-one with their fitness and nutrition. I create meal plans for my clients. I adjust their macros. I make sure that they stay accountable. I create their workout plans and hold their hand along their entire journey to make sure that they are seeing the best results possible. If you guys are looking to work one-on-one, get a little bit more help and assistance, you guys are more than welcome to apply for coaching, and we can get you started on your fitness goals. But with this video, what I want to do is share my top 5 tips for getting you guys in shape. Now, number one, right, 2020, building a six-pack, the number one thing that you need to have is a plan. Nobody gets in shape on accident. Nobody ever just goes into the gym, lifts some weights, and then just magically gets a six-pack. There are steps and there are rules and there are principles to fitness that's, founded in science that, hey, you need to do this, this, and this in order to get this result. It's an input versus output equation. You put in this work, you put in input A to get result B, right? You do, your nutrition and fitness to get, six-pack. You can't just go in there and just, try to pick up some random weights or do random exercises that you see on Instagram and expect to get the same results as, someone else. You need to have a plan that's written out and built for your specific goal. So if your goal is to lose weight, burn body fat, and get a six-pack, then you need to have a plan that's tailored to that goal for your body. If you guys need more assistance with that, you can reach out to me on Instagram or apply for coaching, and that's something that I help my clients with. So tip number 1, have a plan. That's going to be huge. Tip number 2 is track measurable progress. So you want to ensure that you're seeing results, right? You don't want to just ask yourself, hey, am I seeing results? I don't really know. It's been 3 weeks. I don't really see a difference. Looking in the mirror is really, really hard to see a difference because our bodies change so slow that it happens right under our nose and we don't pay attention. So taking progress photos is a way to measure progress and track progress to ensure that, hey, I look different than I did last week or I look different than I did a month ago. That is one surefire way to ensure that you're seeing progress. Another way is weighing yourself. That is one way. It's not the best way, but it's one way, right? Another is tracking macros to ensure that you are on track with your nutrition consistently every single day. And then another one is to track your workouts to make sure that you're growing stronger and keeping your strength. So tracking measure progress will help you reach your fitness goals because if the progress and the data isn't lining up, then you know that the plan's not working. And if the plan's not working, then you know you need to change the plan to see the results that you want to see. Right? So that's tip number 2 is track measurable progress. Tip number 3, eat in a caloric deficit. When it comes to getting lean and building a six-pack, you want to ensure nutrition is going to be everything, right? So if you are in the gym, you're working out and you get a good workout and you make some solid progress in the gym, but then you come back home and you don't track your macros, you don't track your calories, and you have no, routine or plan with your nutrition, you're going to have a hard time getting lean. Because in order to burn body fat, you need to be eating in a caloric deficit for your body to use your body fat as a source of energy. And that's how you're going to lose weight. Simply put, if you're not losing weight, you're not eating in a caloric deficit. And there are more, variables that go into that. Maybe your metabolism isn't set up in a place to be in a deficit. Maybe you need to go into a reverse diet and then cut after a few months. That's going to be something more so for one-on-one coaching if you have, specific situations that we need to do in order to set you up for a fat loss phase. But for the gist of things, guys, when you are trying to burn fat, when you are making progress, you need to be eating in a caloric deficit. That's going to be how you lose fat. Okay. Tip number 4, don't sweat a bad day, right? A lot of people will have, a couple good weeks, a couple good months, and they have a bad day where they have a few beers, they have a couple pieces of pizza, maybe they have some ice cream, they just blow their macros, they just snap. Well, that is completely normal. That is something that happens to everybody, and it happens to myself too. The best thing to do is not to you don't want to guilt trip, or okay, here's the thing. You don't want to prevent it from happening, because it will happen. It's inevitable. At some point, everybody cracks, everybody has a bad day. That is inevitable. So first thing, the best thing to do is accept it and move on. And the thing is, if you have, fitness is like a balancing scale, right? So you have good days over here and you have bad days over here. If you add up more good days, it's going to outweigh the bad days, right? But if you have more bad days, it's going to outweigh the good days. If you have the same amount of good days and bad days, they're going to weigh itself out. So what you want to focus on is collecting more good days on track to outweigh the bad days that are inevitable, right? Let's just say twice a month, you're guaranteed a bad day. But like 28 to 29 days out of the month, you have good days. Those 28 to 29 days, depending on what month it is, will outweigh the bad days. So even if you blow up on those bad days 2 times a month on accident, right? But it is inevitable. Your good days will still outweigh, and those bad days won't outdo the progress that you've made on the good days. So the best thing to do is to accept that bad days are going to happen, and when they do, try not to feel guilty about it. Just get back on track and outweigh those bad days with more good days. That's going to help you stay, committed long term, because a lot of people have like this guilt rumination around bad days, and then that will make them spiral out of control, and then they're 3 weeks without going to the gym, they're off their plan, and they're further back than when they started. And that is something that I don't want to happen to you guys in 2020. So don't sweat the small days. If you guys have a bad day, just get right back on track, keep going. The good days will outweigh the bad days. And then the last tip, probably the most important, is be patient. Burning body fat and getting a six-pack takes a long time. It took me about 4 years to build the physique that I want. So if you are starting now, today's your first day, expect it to take a while. Fall in love with the process, learn a lot, and just, focus more on bettering your lifestyle and bettering the quality of your life than getting the results right away. A lot of people want the results so bad that it actually takes away from the process, and then they start to hate the process because they're not getting the result that you want. If you have a plan, you're tracking measurable progress, you're staying on track, you're eating in a caloric deficit, it is impossible not to see the results that you want to see. You will see the results you want to see, I guarantee it. But you have to be patient. It could take up to 3 months. It could take up to 6 months. It could take up to 1 year. That's why fitness is so difficult and so elite. It's because the people who have made it through the other side stuck with it longer than the people who gave up. So if your goal is to get a six-pack this summer, burn some body fat, build strength, and build muscle, be patient, give it time, and allow the process to work itself out. You will see the results if you stick with it. I promise you that. With that being said, guys, those are my top 5 tips for getting in shape this summer. If you guys want additional help, you can apply for one-on-one coaching. I am taking on clients to work with. And guys, subscribe, ask questions. Looking forward to hearing from you guys.